Okay, I'm gonna redo this video. I just did one, but I just found a way easier way I'm doing this bolt. So there's a 76 C20 square body Chevy truck, C10, whatever you want to say. This one happens to be a C20, but they're probably all pretty similar. So I'm doing fenders. So start over here. Okay, fender. There's the original. There's some new ones. So I got both these new to the door, shipped like I don't know, like $250 or something. They do have stupid made in Taiwan little stamps which would go in your engine bay, so I'm filling that in. They do have a little bit of fitment trouble, so there's a little bit of tinkering. I think a lot of it was just getting little bends from shipping, which is annoying, but I'm slowly getting it there. I put for example, up here it was bent in, so I put a little piece of wood right there and pushed it down. I was able to push it out, and that worked pretty good, but it's not flawless, so keep that in mind. This truck actually, when I bought it, the guy said, hey, this is dented. I have a spare fender in the back, but that also had a little dent too, so neither were perfect. So decided to get just two new ones for that, try them out. I'm kind of in the middle on it just because of fitment trouble and little things from shipping makes them not flawless, which is annoying. But so essentially you got, by far your hardest bolt is right there, which is in the front by your light, and then your second hardest is going to be those two, which is in the front by the light. And then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the other side. Then over here you got one on the top, one in your door jamb, one underneath. Those are all 9/16 on this side. These ones are all half. You have your inner fender bolts that go along there. Those are all half. If you were to take your inner fender out, I actually did that on this side. I pulled the whole inner fender out, mainly because I had a bolt here where the bracket was snapped, so it was just spinning. I couldn't get a good angle, so I just pulled the whole thing out. Did it over there. If you were taking your inner fender out, you got those three, and then those two in the well. Those were both 9/16. Those ones I believe were half. But then also to keep in mind, you're gonna have to take, anything attached to it. This had a little clip for the wiring harness, just unsnapped. And also, video I saw didn't point out the fact you have to remove your hood because that bracket is hooked into your fender. So I first pulled the hood, then I'm gonna have to transfer over that bracket. You're gonna have to transfer these little clips too, etc. And for your headlight bezel, that one I believe is where it was snapped, so that'll get snapped and that'll just spin instead of holding steady. On this side I had one doing that as well. Under there I was able to get an angle from the top and I could see it, I could wedge a screwdriver in it, got it to turn and come off. So this one, I have pretty much every bolt out. This is my last one. I have an extension on it. That's the far one. I already got the front one out with the same thing. And this, the first one, I took these bolts and a bolt over here and I was able to loosen that a little, get an extension through there. I didn't realize there's two Phillips head screws right there, and I could pull that out, and then I got a ratcheting wrench right there, which was way easier because that was a pain on the first side. Plus it saves you having to take those bolts. So yeah, I was able to get these two with a ratchet. you know, that one with a ratcheting wrench with various extensions. This side, to note, I had to take the battery tray out, which was bolts right there. The one in there came in from the other side, but once you have that off, that's easy. There was one that went into the wheel well, which you get from underneath, and then it had one right there on the tank. That was the only one that wasn't a half or 9/16 right there, and the ones on that were different too, smaller. So you had those, and then you had a couple over here. Those were all half, except for the one on the tank, which was a 3/8. Yeah, so I took that off. I'm not even gonna pull the inner fender out, because then I gotta, you know, get that bracketry, etc. But that would be those bolts down there, those two over there. So once I take this bolt, this whole fender alone should come out. Oh, you also have your light. Make sure you pull the wire out, or you're gonna be pulling at it. But yeah, when I first listened to it, it sounded like a lot, and I've done a lot of fenders, and it's definitely more than your average fender, mainly because you don't have a frame portion right there that the fender just sits on like your modern car. But it's really not too bad once you figure out where things are. The video I watched just kind of like, yeah, there's some bolts over here, etc. Had a lot of things off, so you know, he's just like, hey, bolt, 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 there's 10 over here, figure it out. Which it's a little tough when you're searching for that one random bolt in there, and you're like, it was dark when I was doing this too, which was a pain. So yeah, I should just have to take that bolt out, pull the whole fender off, switch over some bracketry, and should be good. Hope that helped.